Hi there, welcome to my channel. So in today's lesson, we are going to solve Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 2 Extended, Variant 2 May-June 2017. The first question, write 0.07164 correct to two significant figures. So two significant figures, we do not count the zero here after the decimal. If you have a zero, you don't count that. So two significant figure is still 1. Look at the number after 1. If it is 5 or more, you need to add 1 to the number before. So you will have the answer as 0.072. Next question, the probability that Stephanie wins her next tennis match is 0.85. Find the probability that Stephanie does not win her next tennis match. The probability of something happening plus the probability of something not happening equals to 1. So if the probability of something happening is 0.85, the probability of it not happening will be 1 minus 0.85, which is 0.15. Question number 3. Change 6,200 square centimeter into square meter. We know that 100 centimeter equals 1 meter. Centimeter is a small unit and meter is the bigger unit here. So if we want to convert from the small unit to the big unit, we divide. So 6,200 divided by 100. But it is not centimeter, it is centimeter square. So we divide 2 times. And that will give us 0.62 square meter. Next, calculate square root 120 plus 3.8 square minus 25. We just have to put in the calculator. And we'll get 0.39445. You can round it to 3 decimal places, 0.394. Question number 5, work out 85 cents as a percentage of 2.03. When we want to find the percentage, the units must be same. This is cents and this is dollars. Convert this into cents by multiplying by 100. So 85, 2.03 multiplied by 100 is 203. And then whenever you want to change as a percentage, we multiply the whole fraction by 100. This will give us 41.87. You can either leave it like that or round it to 1 decimal place, which will be 41.9%. Next question, factorize. You have 14x minus 21y. We know that 7 times 2 is 14 and 7 times 3 is 21. So what is common here? 7. We keep the 7 out and then we are left with 2x and 3y if we remove the 7 out. Or you can use another method, calculator method. So we write 14x minus 21y here, put a bracket and a negative in the middle. We can see that x and y is not common, so let's write that down. The numbers put as a fraction in the calculator and you will get 2 over 3. So write it in the same way, 2 and 3 here. And then divide 14 by 2. You will get 7. Put the 7 out. So you can solve it in this way also. 7 to x minus 3y is the answer. Question number 7. Find the value of 5a minus 3b when a is 7 and b is negative 2. A very easy 2-mark question. Just replace the a with 7 and b with negative 2. This will give us 41. Next, we have been given 2 parallel lines and 1 intersecting line. We have to find the value of P and Q. This is a straight line and these are the 2 angles. Angles at a straight line equal to 180. So P plus 70 is equal to 180. That will give us P is equal to 180 minus 70, which is 110. You should also know that if two angles are, okay, now you have this parallel line, this is the intersecting line, and this is a parallel line. If it makes a Z, then the outside angles are equal to each other because of the alternate interior angles are equal. So Q is equal to 70. If we had an angle here, so this angle will equal to P because of alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles are equal to each other. Question number 9. Without using a calculator, work out 5 over 6 minus 1 over 2. We need to have a common denominator. We know that 2 times 3 will give us 6. So we multiply the same number in the numerator. Now that it's a common denominator, we can write it as a single fraction. So 6. 5 minus 1 multiplied by 3 is 3. So 5 minus 3, 2 over 6. Put this in the calculator, you will get 1 over 3. Question number 10. 2 minus x is equal to 5x plus 1. We are going to put the like terms together. 5x is positive and 5 is bigger than a negative 1x. So we will shift the negative x to the other side. 2 is equal to 5x. The negative x will become positive x. This plus 1 will shift here. So the sign will change. It will become 1. 2 minus 1, 1. 5x plus 1x is 6x. 1 over 6 is equal to x. And that's our answer. Next, write 0.0605 in standard form. When we write in standard form, we should have only one number before the decimal. So let's shift our decimal. We are shifting it 2 places. So 6.05 multiplied by 10 to the power of negative 2. If we shift the decimal to the right, our power will be negative. Part B, calculate. We have been given numbers. We'll just write it in the calculator. You will get 5,100. Again, we wanted to write it in a standard form, so one number before the decimal. You cannot see the decimal here, but whenever you have a whole number, it means at the end of the number there's a decimal, but we just don't write it. So this will be written as 5.1 multiplied by 10. So we are shifting the decimal to the left by 3 digits. Therefore, the power will be 3. So if you shift your decimal to the left, the power is positive. Question number 12. Calculate the value of x. We have been given a right angle, two sides have been given, and we have to find the angle. It means we will have to use trigonometry. I hope you know your trigonometric identities. Sin theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Cos theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. And tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. Some students find it difficult to remember this, so you can try remembering it in another way. It sounds funny, but it helps. So, ka, toa. Repeat it a few times, write it down, and I think you will be good. So what do we have now? How to solve this? Which identity to use? You want to find angle x, right? What has been given to you? Opposite. And the side which is opposite the right angle is your hypotenuse. So hypotenuse also has been given to us. That means that we are going to use the sine rule. So let's write down the values we have. Sine x is equal to 4 over 7. Therefore, x is equal to sine inverse. Whenever you want to find the angle, we write sine inverse 4 over 7, which is 34.8 degrees. Question number 13, solve the inequality. Whenever you have algebraic equations like that, we bring the like terms together. So all the n on one side and the numbers on the other side. The plus 5 when you move to the other side will be negative 5, and the negative 11 will be positive 11. 3 minus 5 will give us negative 2n, and negative 18 plus 11, negative 7. Now this is a multiply. When we move to the other side, it will be a divide. A very important thing. If the coefficient of your variable like n is negative and you move it to the other side, the sign in the middle will change. So this will be n is less than 7 over 2, or you can write it as 3.5. Next, 14, a very simple indice question. You just have to put it in the calculator correctly and you will get the answer 25. Same goes for this. You just put in the calculator and you will get the answer 9. Question number 15. Make Q the subject of the formula. So this is Q. Whatever you want to make the subject, think of that function that you have to leave it alone. So you have a 2 with it. We move it to the other side because it will be, it's a multiply, it will be a divide, Q square. And now you have the square. When you want to remove the power to the other side, a square, it will be a square root. If it is a square root, then you need to write plus and minus. So Q is equal to plus and minus square root P over 2. Just a quick recap. Suppose you have x to the power of a is equal to y and you want to make x the subject. X is the power a is not 2. It could be any other number. So when you shift it to the other side, it's going to become 1 over a. Because even though if you cannot see, you know after every number there is a 1 if there is no other number. Suppose you had x to the power of a over b and now you want to make x the subject. What will you do? When you move this power to y, it will be flipped over. It will be b over a. Question number 16. Using a straight edge and compass only, construct the bisector of angle BAC. So when you are finding an angle bisector, you will first make an arc here and an arc here. On both the sides, you will make an arc, and then the place where you made the arc with the same length of the compass, make an arc in the center, and then with the same length of the compass from the other arc that you made, cut the arc. Join the vertex with the center of the arc. So this is your angle bisector. I first made an arc here, then an arc here. From this point here and from this point, I cut that arc, join the vertex and the arc together. Part B, shade the region inside the triangle that is nearer to AC than to AP. We don't have this in our syllabus from this year onwards, but just if it came, this is the region that we have to shade. Question number 17. We have been given a triangle, two angles have been given to us, one side has been given to us, and we need to find side AC. Whenever you have a question like that, it deals with trigonometry and you need to know your other sine rule. If you want to find the side, we use this. A over sine A is equal to B over sine B is equal to C over sine C. A and sine A, it's like the side opposite the angle. So you want to find AC, we write AC And in the denominator, we write the angle opposite it, which is sine 30. And then we write the other side, which is 8.15, and the corresponding angle opposite it, which is 110, sine 110. So 8.15 over sine 110 multiply by sine 30. Now put the whole equation in the calculator. Let's see what we get. 4.336. When we round it, we'll have we'll round it to two decimal places, so the number after it is 6. If 5 or more than 5, we add 1, so 4.34 meters. This brings us to the end of this tutorial. For question number 18 onwards, please watch part 2. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe to the channel, like the video and share it with your friends, please.